The truth shall overcome. The truth shall overcome. The truth shall overcome one day. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that the truth shall overcome one day. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another one of my video blurbs, my video logs or video blurbs. Yeah, those are better. This one is another Ayurveda blurb, not a politics blurb or nothing like about sociology. It's about health, so an Eastern philosophy a little bit. So let's get into Ayurveda. I have done speeches on this before, but I just wanted to do a video about this, and I have no preparation, just my memory and some props I will use for this video. Speaking of which, I better get my book. The truth shall overcome. The truth shall overcome. The truth shall overcome one day. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that the truth shall overcome one day. So this is a practical approach to the science of Ayurveda. A comprehensive approach to healthy living. Yes, indeed. This is the god of Ayurveda, whose name is Dhanvantari, which kind of, Dhan means wealth, but I guess he brings the wealth of health. So the wealth of health, Mr. Wealth of Health, Dhanvantari, who is supposed to be the originator of Ayurveda. Although recently we have people like Charak that are centuries old only, Charak and Aryabhata and a couple others who are supposedly like the Shakespeares of literature in terms of Ayurveda. Okay, so this is the picture. This is the man I meet and got this book from, Acharya Balkrishna, associated with Baba Ramdev. And this is the back of the book. Natural living, right? Ayurveda, the science of life. So let's get to the lecture itself. And for the first thing about Ayurveda is the definition. Ayu means age, duration of life. So when parents bless their kids, they say Lambi Ayu Ho, which means may you have a long life. So the next thing I talk about usually is the intro. Ayurveda is a science of nature. It is a science that was used and is used in many cultures even today, throughout Asia and probably Africa, having to do with just natural philosophy, natural universal principles which have to do with health, understanding them, listening to your own body, being your own doctor, and not spending money for miserly Indian culture, not spending money on doctors unnecessarily, and for the poor people who are the children of our ancestors who practice this knowledge. So this is the basic of Ayurveda. It's the three stages, the three is very important. West side, 3 is very important in the east as well. And here we have the 3 stages of life, right? Youth, or baby, childhood, youth, and old age. So or middle age, childhood, youth, youth, middle age, and old age and death. So these are the three phases of life, and they're comparable with the three doshas. The three doshas, which is kapha, pitta, and vata. So that's the Western equivalent of the doshas are the humors, the humoral philosophy of classical medicine, going all the way back to the Greek philosophers like Aristotle, which talked about the humors of phlegm, the humors of bile, and the humors of black bile, yellow bile and black bile. And they also had blood, which this kind of puts in this category of yellow bile as being the fiery element and the watery element. All right, and this is the air, windy, and the space, empty element, and this is the growth and the regenerative earthly elements and the watery element of nourishment. Okay, so that's the three. That's the principle of the three. But before you understand the three doshas, you have to understand what the universe is composed of, which is the same as what your hand is composed of, philosophically, being the 5 elements. So we start with the space element, the highest one, the one up top that we see, empty space all over, right? Jesus Christ holding his fingers up to heaven. So this is a space element right here, you know. So we are doing a space attack right here. But yeah, this is represents the space. So this is a mudra. A mudra is this thing you see when Hindus chant Om when meditating. Well, this meditation is for the wind element, okay? Because this wind is what makes things move, action, our cell phones. We're traveling the whole universe with this finger right here, and this finger, the finger of fire. You see what I mean? Bang, bang, right? I'm moving fire into your body through air. So anyway, this is fire, wind, and then we have space. So this fire is what activates things. So doing this will increase the wind element in your body, or the air, the gas in your body. This will balance the gas humor in your body, okay? This is for ear, because space, there's a lot of cavity which opens up right in the ear, in your head. So doing this balances the ear. Good for ear ailments, tinnitus, and ringing and pain and so forth. And reducing and increasing the element, okay? The space element. Whoa, I'm grooved out, yo. Anyhow, then we have the earth element, which is representing the earth quality, which is weight, bulk. So this balances it out if you have obesity and so forth. Reduce and increase. So this is good for people who have obesity, ear problems, and this is for wind, gas problems, and concentration and study, meditation, and so forth. And this is if you really have gas problems, to reduce it and get it out of there. So yeah, earth, and this is water right here. In India, the kids hold this up. Not in America they do this, but in India they do this. We gotta go to the restroom. So this is a water element, and if you have urinary problems, kidney stones, so forth, that's what yoga healing recommends. Okay, to do this for healing yourself. So that's how we have these 3 doshas. Okay, this should be vata, space and wind. Then the pitta, which is so space and wind is basically the creative type of person, or the creative energy, the energy of movement, the energy of initiation, the masculine energy in a sense, along with pitta. Vata is also the energy of unpredictability, the energy of the drying force of wind, the moving force of wind, the lightning force of wind. That's all vata, okay? So then there's pitta, which comes from a little bit of wind because you need oxygen to have the fire, but you also need fuel. A lot of liquid, some liquid is also necessary to lubricate the things, especially in the Indian fire ceremonies. But even in a regular fire, if you put a liquid on there, it will transform. So usually there's fuel and mixed with a liquidy kind of fuel. That's the best fires. So fire and water is pitta. It's a transformative energy, just like digestion transforms the food from solid into some brown stuff, and takes everything that you need out. So that is the power of pitta. In the same, it's the power to absorb something using your own intellect. So that's pitta. Whereas the regular way, the educational, the traditional way of learning is supposed to be memorizing. And that's a kapha kind of thing, a memory kind of thing more than an understanding kind of thing, using your mind. So transforming using your mind. So that's pitta. Then we have kapha, which is the force of stability, the force of structure, force of earth, the force of water, a little bit of moisture in earth, right? So a phlegmy kind of thing, which is now. Let me show you the other picture which describes this better. Now these three doshas are composed of certain qualities, which is what this is gonna this is trying to describe. So these I've already described. This is the earth, the phlegm, and this is the gas, and this is the bile. Okay, so these are the three humors in Ayurveda, and I've named them approximately by their Western equivalents. So now these are 10 qualities. These are called gunas, or the das gunas, I believe, which means 10 qualities, das gunas. So let's go through these, starting with the vata, down bottom. Now the unique property that vata has is suska. Now I believe this means subtle. Suska is similar to shushma. The opposite of this, now these 10 qualities are in 5 pairs of opposites, okay? The duality of the universe, that's what these three doshas are describing, using these 10 qualities, which we can basically easily understand. So one of those, well, here there's only 3 opposites, so these are the 6 gunas, the cha gunas, I guess, or chad gunas. So the first one is suska. Now let me look this up so I don't make any mistake. Okay, so we have Andhra. Okay, I don't really see that here, so I'm looking some other places trying to find what these mean. I guess I'll check my internet.